Hey, welcome to Midnight Madness. Today we're doing the reading for water, sun, moon, and rising. We are doing collective reading for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. The deck I'm using today is by Christopher. It's a Lover's Path Tarot. It's a new deck I bought for my birthday. It's called the Lover's Path Tarot by Chris Waldo. That's someone. And I'm using another deck called Work Your Light by guidebook by Rebecca Campbell and artwork by Danielle Noel. So the first card I pulled, and yes, I've pulled a few cards before, but I've put the shell is because that's what's crossing your path. You may be really bored. You just want something to change, something new to enter your life. And this person could possibly want to enter your life. They're younger than you. They're a younger star sign. They are a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpion sign. Or maybe they've just got younger energy. They may have Peter Pan energy where they've never grown up. They've just been coddled, their parents were overprotective of them, so they never really got to experience responsibility, and they never really got to learn how to grow up and be a man or be a woman that they were supposed to be, and so they were always hidden from all of that. So the Prince of Cups is a very romantic person. They might like art, poetry. They may look in your eyes and still read your poetry, but you've got to remember they've got a wandering eye. They do get captivated by other things, other pretty shiny new things. So you may not necessarily want to marry them because they are easily swayed, is what I get with the Prince of Cups. They are romantics. They do talk to you like you're the only woman in the room, but then their attention will be swayed by other pretty things in the room. So they want to spread their water like dandelions. In the past, you had the Eight of Staves, which is usually talking about someone that's overseas, that's from another country, that may work in the airline industry or they travel a lot. But there's someone in your past that used to travel to and from destinations to do a job. Maybe they were a DJ and they had to perform an act, or they were a singer or a musician or an artist that requires them to be creative and have to travel often. There was also talk about arrows of love. You may have fallen in love by accident. Maybe they were not looking and you were not looking, but it happened over the internet. You may both be having a channel that you speak about or talk about on YouTube. That's also a platform for them. The past is the Hangman. This is something you had to give up, whether it be a substance abuse, a person, a relationship that was abusive. You may have had to sacrifice your contract with them because it was too abusive and you decided to leave. Right now, what you feel, I've got rose quartz from Rainbow Runner in Hamilton, Beaumont Street, Hamilton 2300. Adrian will fix you up. There's also his wife there. Is the Lover's card. This is love. This is Isis and Osiris. There is true love here. And it's talking about a twin flame. You may have met your true flame, your twin flame, by accident on the internet. Like I said, it wasn't planned, but you came across each other's channel and you came across each other and you may have been in a relationship. In engagement or a marriage, true love, opposites attracting, seeking emotional support from others, excellent health. You are deserving of magical and long-lasting love. The fairies champion romance and deeply felt friendships for everyone. This card indicates that you are about to enter into a significant relationship in your life. If you're already in one, this card signifies the positive changes possible at this time. The kind of romance that comes with this card is powerful and often seen as you may have a past life connection. This card could also refer to the need to make an important decision, whether related to relationship issues or not. It's sure to have a great emotional impact. This isn't an intellectual choice, but rather one made from the heart. And while you may not know what to do, you'll absolutely feel the right actions to take. So the pilot, he's a military guy. Maybe he's in the military. He's a pilot. He's got devotion, courage, and commitment in the marriage. The future. There's two to choose from. The Lovers is a choice between two individuals. One is a cup. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The other is a coin. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is in your vicinity. You have to choose. He may have been in the military as well. These people may have had past military prospects or were in the military in the past. He may be just a coin. He may be just be Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo and be very emotional. He may have a strong moon or Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio moon in his chart. Or his father might be very emotional and it makes him very emotional. So the Prince of Coins is to do with the Prince of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And it's calling you, and this is a king or a queen or however you want to call him. He is a very steadfast individual, does not take on matters of the heart lightly. He moves cautiously and slowly. He's sitting on, in my other deck, it's the Fairy Tarot deck with Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. He's sitting on a leaf and he's slowly making his way down a river. He's a generous and compassionate employer, a thriving career and natural business sense. You don't need to rush to action. Some people have to have a plan first, says the Prince of Autumn. Yes, that was a bit of a jab at the Prince of Winter. And oh man, this prince has a plan. He has backup plans from A to Z with multiple backup actions should you need them. Courageous, gallant, trustworthy and kind. This prince is your protector and is truly watching out for you in every way. He's much like a fairy guardian. The king loves the finer things in life and therefore tends to work very hard. Possibly too hard. He's a workaholic. Where's your spouse, you ask? Oh, he's at the office. He's on the road. He's at the protest march. Don't worry, he'll be home eventually. The King of Autumn sits on his throne with fully mature grapes hanging all around him. This is money that he's accumulated. He's got wealth. And he's got his German Shepherd by his side and reflects his ability to safeguard his prosperity. What you've also pulled is the Two of Cups. This is the sign of union. This is a meeting of minds. This is a relationship that's just starting out. You may have just met them on a dating site, on a YouTube channel site, but it's talking about a meeting of minds, getting engaged, an equal partnership, forgiveness and a resolution of a problem, an unexpected gift, an intimate friendship ending a disagreement. When it's real, you know it, and this relationship is one you can count on. Two hearts become one in a beautiful moment of true romance. It's safe to make a commitment and allow yourself to love and be loved. Let yourself rejoice and revel in these heart-fluttering emotions. Relationships sometimes go through challenges. This isn't time to give up. If your partnership is feeling strained, continue to work on it. Love still lives in the hearts of both individuals. Stay in a place of faith. The male fairy shows his passion for the female by bringing her to a bed of roses. The next card you've got, this is the people around you, is Judgment. You are worried, water signs, you are worried about how your family is going to judge your partner, your prospective partner, who may be from another country and doesn't see things like you do. So she is someone that's from a different country. You live in the country she lives in, but you have different values, different religious beliefs, different upheld religious things, and you judge. You maybe feel like your family's judged her harshly, and you're upset about that. And the reason you left is because they didn't like her or him. A milestone, seeing things in a whole new light, a call to fulfill your destiny, releasing judgments of yourself and others. It's time for a review. Take note of what you've learned in life so far. Where do you want to go next? You're in a moment when you can truly reinvent yourself and build the future you want. However, to successfully arrive at your destination, you'll need a very good map. Visualize your happiness, possible future, and start taking the appropriate steps. Feel free to ask a friend to help plan out your journey with you. Pay special attention to flashes of inspiration, original creative ideas. These epiphanies are part of your life purpose. Yes, and the rabbit and the butterfly on the card symbolize springtime. So it's happening in springtime, as in Easter. It's happening now. Your hopes and fears is being under an illusion. The moon. The moon rules Cancer. The moon rules, I think it's Pisces as well. The moon is looking one way and then looks another way. You're scared, you're fearful of being fooled again, of how this person feels. The psychic awareness, seeing what you didn't see before, no longer being afraid, becoming a professional intuitive or reader, the power of your sleeping dreams. The universe is sending you messages right now about the next perfect step to take. Listen to the guidance you receive in the form of intuition, synchronistic events, symbols and sleeping dreams. Be alert for people or situations that may not be quite what they seem. Give yourself a reading or speak to a professional or friend who is also a psychic. Embrace the loving information you receive as divinely inspired. Worry is unnecessary and will only slow you down your progress. There's no need to be afraid. Let go of fear. If any part of your life no longer feels right, then trust your intuition and make the necessary changes. Yeah, so what looks one way in the reflection is different from the actual thing. The person that you may be interested in is on the internet, the wild world, the World Wide Web. They may also be a fellow tarot reader. This is making perfect sense to me. They are a tarot reader just like you, and they have a platform. Maybe you disengaged from them because you sense there was someone else around them. And look, when you're psychic, no one can hide anything from you because you'll see it before it happens. So we're up to 21, which is a journey. That's it now at an end. New beginnings, the freedom to go in any direction, a sense of completion. Bravo! It's time to make a bow, as everyone is so very proud of you and the progress you have made. Recognize your own success as a way to reinforce just how powerful and creative you are. Like your fairy friends, you have the magic touch right now. Be fearless in choosing your next accomplishment. This is a time to move forward in your spiritual development. Continue your journey along the path of enlightenment. It's also the path of joy. Our fairy from the Dreamer card has made it successfully to the end of her journey. She wears the sign for infinity in her crown and on her shoes. She can now begin a whole new adventure if she desires. This person that is around you may either be a water sign with a Capricorn moon, because the world and the Prince of Corn says to me Capricorn. They may be Capricorn with a water moon, as in Scorpio moon, or a Scorpio with a Capricorn moon. So they're all about business. They see you as a business opportunity. They see you working well together as a power couple. And the other deck I brought out is the Work Your Light Oracles cards guidebook. The first card I'm going to do is an inquiry card. We're going to inquire about what's happening between you and this person. The inquiry is can this go the distance? Can this actually work? He's in a different country and you're in a different country, and you have different opinions on religion and how you raise your children, and you may have very opposing viewpoints. Oh, hello, you mirror each other, hence why we got the moon. You trigger, he triggers you and you trigger him. That's the inquiry. This is the problem. Mirror. Now we've figured it out. 44. This is very interesting. You both mirror each other. What or who is triggering you? What is it in you that are triggering? Which part of you no longer wants to be witnessed? The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time. Through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us, and we believe to be true about our life, the universe and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the part of us that is yet to be accepted, witnessed or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you, or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal, if we do not realise that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise, are envious of and put down, if we do not realise that they trigger something in us, then it is still to be healed and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. So there's something you need to heal within yourself in order to not trigger the other person who's also triggered by you. That's the inquiry card. The next deck I'm calling from is the action. So what actions do you need to make in order to fix the situation between the two of you, because you are soulmates, is what this whole spread has actually picked up. You came here to heal a wound within both of you, and you trigger each other, and you need to figure out what triggers and why it triggers you and how to go about fixing that. How do we get some healing from this triggering? That's what I have to ask. There it is. That one fell out. Oh, you need to dance with life. Okay. The action card is calling you to dance with life. 62. Do something to change your energy. Life is always moving. If you resist the ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a mysterious intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat which governs all of life. One of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency and vibration is to put some music and dance along with it. When we dance unrestrained, our spirit takes over, and with each new bop, sway and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. Get unstuck by doing something that shifts your vibration. Put on some music, dance unrestrained, and fall into the frequency of life. In doing so, your body will begin to learn how to be moved by your intuition, which is connected with this systematic beat. If dancing isn't your thing, then simply do something you would not usually do to shift the energy. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it. You cannot attract a different experience without changing your energy first. It's time to shift things up and find a way to dance along the beat of life. Well, that's really good advice. Okay, next one. That's the action you have to do. This is the activation card. Okay, how are we going to activate you to move to a different drummer or to move forward? The initiation is what it's being called. Oh, wow, that's an interesting thing to pull. This is what you need to do. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Okay. Cross the threshold. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You're being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require we cross the threshold from one world of state of the being to the next. We're called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Initiations like rites of passage mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief or devastation, but it's through the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take advantage, voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you're in the middle of an initiation right now, you'll get through it, and one day soon, you'll bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. You are going somewhere sacred. It will be worth it, and you're closer than you think. You're on the threshold of doing something different. Next card out of the deck is transmission card. Is it? Action, activation. No. We did inquiry, action, activation, transmission. that's what wanted to come out. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts in past lives. I thought as much. You have someone's past life attached to you, which isn't yours to live. The Unbound is 108, and it talks about releasing relatives, past people. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. It's time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence, or chastity, or poverty. It is time to unwind them. This is your life in which you are freed yourself from trauma or lives past. What old ways of being have an expiry date. When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it's also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small, caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice, would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. It is time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. Yeah, I no longer agree with the patterns of my relatives because I don't agree with them. I'm not Catholic. I'm an Anglican. Proud and true as an Anglican. This one is transmission cards. Which lifetime do I come from? Or soul group do I come from? Okay. Where are you being called to journey to? Imrama. Okay, Imrama, where are you calling to be journey to? Imrama is, it's not in that. Actually, it shouldn't even be. Oh, no, that's the wrong card. Okay, we'll pull another card because that's from another deck. Okay. No, I don't think it's that either. Akasha, that's where I believe it's from. Your guidance is divinely guided. Akashic is Atlantean 112. Akasha exists in the fifth dimension in the Library of Souls. All contracts, history, gifts, lessons, and more exist there. We each have access to this information of the past, present, and future and can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points on the timeline of our lives that are predestined or pre-planned. Soul contracts or agreements that were made before incarnating. It could be a company you chose to work for, a relationship you planned to have, or a person you agreed to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. If you're waiting for a sign to proceed, this card is it. You are likely leaving out an important part of your soul's journey, and you are exactly where you need to be. This is very exciting indeed. It is time to call in support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spirit world, to trust the signs coming, to take note of your dreams, to notice any feelings or visions that you receive, for you are tapping into the wisdom of the Akasha, and you are being given the go-ahead to proceed. I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the Akasha. I am ready to download any information from my soul records that is in my highest good and the highest good of all right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's what you will do. You will download messages for your children's children. This is confirmation of. And when I want to get into that meditational mode where I'm able to see between the 3D and the 5D, I need to use my Natio relaxation oil, which is, Natio's been around for 30 years. I was only 19 when I first heard of Natio. I was working in a pharmacy and they brought it out. And I'm now 50. So 30 years Natio's been around. And it's all natural, it's Australian. It's Australian based, and they use natural oils and it's soothing oils, and the relaxation massage oil is what I used to practice on my son when I was doing beauty therapy because I knew it was all natural. I like Nadio because Nadio is Australian, but I also like Clarins, which is French. So the two of those companies, I think they're both strongly aligned, the French and the Australian. That's interesting. I don't think that's the right answer. Asking me, are we supposed to be together? We mirror each other, we dance with each other. It's an initiation. There should be some type of, we've known each other from a different lifetime, and it's saying, the ever unfolding rose cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. He's going to crack it open, that's what it says. He's going to crack open whatever's unhealed in there. And I'm going to crack over whatever's unhealed in him, which is 24, or her. We both heal each other. Everything is going to be okay. Let's let it crack you open. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. The challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies as much as triumphs and adventures. Whatever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open no matter what, how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing, to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you, and one day in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Now is the time to be gentle, to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not be all smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Good reading for water signs.